today. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Indianapolis Colts taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the New York Giants. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. They come off a disappointment last time out that put an end to their... All right, let's get you into the action here as we pick things up early in the first quarter. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 16 carries, 64 yards, and a touchdown.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Wentz hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing now is Wentz. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
An early message that this secondary is going to be tested because even though it fell incomplete, it almost felt like a warning shot to get things going.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mack off the draw play. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Now Jones. And a high throw there as this is knocked away. Still scoreless here in the first, but a third down situation forthcoming. Let's get into the action. Again, it's Wentz. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. They had a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on... Tough spot here for the defense. Let's see if they can step up. We drop in on a first down in the red zone. Throwing, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
This offense has made its way into the red zone as they're set up with a 1st and 10 just inside the 20. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I could just see the head coach ring.
Well, points have been hard to come by in this one, and it's the 3rd quarter. Defenses have reigned supreme. Can the defense reign supreme once more on 3rd down? Let's find out. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. We have a red zone update. This defense stacked up here with a 1st and 10 inside the 15. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Touchdown! Darius Slayton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
So a 3rd down situation coming up as we drop you in the action. The ball in the red zone, 3rd and 2. And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A big play coming up here. 3rd down and 2 from inside the red zone. What can this offense do? Let's find out. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Taylor. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Taylor again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
fourth quarter, tie game, fourth down. And this defense looking for a stop. They'll run for it with Barkley. Barkley a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A huge play there on fourth down. That's sort of a prime example, is it not, of selling out defensively on fourth and short?
It certainly is, because what you're doing defensively is saying you're going to stop them right there at the line of scrimmage or make a play on the other side of the line of scrimmage instead.
First down. It's Hayes. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. Hayes. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway, because that's your strength.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And they take a 17-14 lead. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Pretty tense spot here for this offense. A field goal would tie, a touchdown would win it, but they've got to move that football. Good news for them, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Mack. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Back to throw. Wentz. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but then may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Hey, man, let's play our game.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So out on the field now, Graham Gano in a big spot. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. To throw is Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They'll run here with Mack. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in. And now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
They'll run it with Mack, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 20. And the Colts are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Colts, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.